Hello everyone, this is Shraddha Sheth from Magical Whispers, and today I'm here to present you a story of Ali Pasha. Let's find out who is this Ali Pasha. So let's go back to the times, way back to the times of World War. Yes, it was the time of Second World War, and the world was being divided into various different parts, and most of the men had to sign in either for army or for the navy to fight for their countries. Amongst them was a young and a smart sailor called Henry Friston. He used to go to this village school, and he used to often daydream. And every time he used to daydream, his teacher would send him to the punishment corner. The teacher would say, "Off you go now to that corner." And Henry would happily go to that punishment corner because that was the place where he used to keep wondering and gazing at the world map which was put up there. He used to see all the beautiful countries colored in pink and the British Empire, and the only thing he would dream was, when will I get to visit any of these countries? He grew up and joined the Navy. It was the time of the Second World War, and he had to sail to Gallipoli with the other Navy men. As a gunner, Henry's job was to cover fire for the landing forces and troops. Henry and the other sailor took the rowboats and took off to the shore. Many of the troops and forces were shot dead even before they could reach the shore. Through the dark night, Henry and his mate had to creep and crawl across the coast, searching for anyone alive. As the battle grew fierce, the British Empire was then supported by the Australian, the New Zealand, and even the Indian troops. Henry remembered the pink colors on the map back in his school days. It seemed that all the pink colors and all the pink marks had come together to fight for the empire. Oof! He fell over and came back to the reality of the war. Suddenly, Henry was blown up high into the sky and back into the shell crater. Something landed beside him, looked like a shell. He was really startled and he jumped back. The shell was rocking also. By this time, Henry was convinced. It was a bomb maybe, and his end was approaching. He covered his head, peeped and looked around. The shell had started rocking again, but this time the little legs started wriggling out, and oh, it was a tortoise! Phew, that was very close, Henry thought. Hey, but there's no space for a little fellow like you over here. There's a world war going on, and you will be harmed. But then Henry thought it wasn't right to leave him behind. So he picked up this little tortoise and put him inside his sack and hid him there. He would sneak up and feed this little tortoise with various things, and he also made a nice cozy place for him inside his berth. Henry had finally started calling him Ali Pasha, or rather named him as Ali Pasha. After Gallipoli, Henry had now made his way to the Suez Canal, and once again Henry was reminded of all the stories he had heard back in his Sunday school then. The Suez Canal was full of histories, and with him came along Ali Pasha. Ali Pasha was now spoiled for choice. And choice in what? Fresh fruits? There were lots for him. A bunch of grapes, which he would feed on. He had apples to feed on. And he also had bananas to feed on. And like that, Ali Pasha started enjoying Henry's company, and Henry started enjoying Ali Pasha's company. Ali Pasha and Henry were best of friends now. Henry would rush back to Ali Pasha after a day's long work. Days passed by, and it was Christmas just round the corner. And by now, the ship had reached Egypt. Henry was missing his home. He wondered if his Christmas card had arrived in time. He wished Merry Christmas to Ali Pasha and lay on the sand gazing at the stars. Henry would set out daily with the sailors to build protection walls. The Sikhs and the Australians would go along with them and protect them. Henry would rush back with lots of dates for Ali Pasha. After many adventures, the day finally arrived when Henry reached his hometown with Ali Pasha. On his way back, he told about lots and lots of adventures back in his school days, and he definitely mentioned about the map in the school. Ali Pasha was now surrounded by Henry's family and friends and all his near and dear ones. He was the only one who was also spoiled with choices of fruits, you remember? Yes, and Ali Pasha was the only one who was awarded the Tail Waggers Club certificate and was the only non-dog member of the Tail Waggers Club of Australia, where his fame had spread by now. Henry and Ali Pasha were friends forever. I just love stories of friendship, don't you? So stay tuned and we will bring you more stories from history on Magical Whispers. Here's Shraddha Sheth signing out. Bye.